There's no track on the Nextel Cup circuit that lives up to its nickname quite like the Monster Mile at Dover, Delaware. For a mile-long racetrack, it's got short track characteristics, and therefore you can get in a lot of trouble out there. But for the guys on the top of the chase to the Nextel Cup, they can afford to have a bad day. But if you're on the bottom of the chase right now, one more bad day could spell the end to your title hopes. Before this year's chase for the Nextel Cup began, the black number 07 was the darkest of dark horses for the 07 title. But Clint Boyer picked the best time for his first career win. It made him go from long shot to title contender and moved him up 8 positions in points to lead the Richard Childress team in the chase. But what a difference a week can make. Boyer finished first in Loudon after leading 222 laps. But this week, a poor qualifying effort has relegated Boyer to the back of the pack. He'll start 42nd.
Field of 43 comes down to the green flag as Jimmy Johnson leads him down. Denny Hamlin dies beneath the 42 car. You heard about, he said he had a really good car today. He takes a second spot. Here comes the 1 car who won back in the spring. Martin Truex taking 3rd position away.
Boy, and Hamlin gets the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson loose, and Johnson up the racetrack. Hamlin underneath. Guys, he must not be feeling too bad right now. Back in his old form like he was yesterday.
Track's real dirty from just getting started here, and a lot of dust and stuff. These guys got to just kind of take it easy and tiptoe, but these top 2 guys are racing hard.
Well, guys, you're right. You saw how the track was just showing up a lot of dust. That makes the cars really loose right now. And right now they're too wide, getting in the corner. Here comes Kevin Harvick on the inside. Montoya's fading, though. Montoya's getting to the back of the pack. It's like no grip right there. Problems on that car right now.
I talked to his guys in the garage this morning, and they said that they got just a great lap in qualifying, but they didn't have as good a hope for their car in the race as they did for their qualifying lap. So they're going to be sorting this thing out all day.
Well, right now he needs to get to the bottom of the racetrack. He gets up top. He's just going to get his doors blowed off, so to speak. Because right now, early in the running, the bottom lane is the quickest.
He gets it down on the bottom right here. Looks like his car is going to sort out here. These guys are trying to figure out what they've got.
Single foul up front. They are too wide, about back for about 10th or 11th position. Denny Hamlin has taken the lead. You talked about how he dominated here in the Nascar Busch Series race yesterday, leading 138 laps of 200.
Yeah, they are side by side, slipping and sliding right now, just trying to get the heat up on those tires, trying to get the tire pressure built up. You see Tony Stewart there working the inside groove right behind Johnny Sauter in that 70 car. It's like Tony just doesn't have the car going early right yet.
6th position, the 17 car. Matt Kenseth going beneath the 10 of Scott Briggs.
Kent says he was 2nd in practice yesterday, so I expect good things out of Matt today. He's got a good fast car, and he's always good here at Dover.
I heard these Rouse cars, all of them were good in practice yesterday. Talking to those crew chiefs down there, they said all the Rouse cars as a whole were going to be good today.
This particular car, the 17 car of Matt Kenseth's, guys, he can work the bottom of the track, the middle of the track. And I talked to Matt. He said, hey, Rusty, we got a good car, but this car was one of the cars we used to get set up on our brand new 7-post pull-down machine. They've been doing a lot of work with that. Looks like it's paying off right now.
I was talking to Greg Biffle last night and talking about these Roush guys. He said the engineers are basically setting the cars up for them on these 7-post rigs. They don't really have these seat-of-the-pants changes that they used to make. They have to make these changes based on engineering.
Back in the pack, 19th and 20th position. You see the 5 car of Kyle Busch. He's a chaser trying to get up beneath the 78 of Joe Nemechek. And behind him is Jeff Gordon, the 4-time winner here. Remember, Gordon started way back in 27th position.
Well, I don't expect him to stay there very long, Jerry. He's another guy that was fast in practice. And there he goes, Matt Kenseth around the 29 car of Kevin Harvick to take over that 5th place.
Matt Kenseth won here in the spring of 2006. He started back in 19th and did much like he's doing right now. Just sailed by cars one by one on his way to the front. With more, Matt Kenseth.
Guys, Matt Kenseth wasn't too happy with his car yesterday. way, but I talked to he and Robbie Reiser. They said they're actually getting this car to turn better, which has been the problem with the COT across the board. But they really feel like it's paying off. And last night, guys, Matt Kenseth, great run, finished third, and he's pretty confident in his car today.
For 11th position, you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. there in the 8 car. It'll be the 88 next year, 43. Bobby Labonte, former winner here, making his 500th consecutive start.
But Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now, here's a guy that's, look, he's out of the chase for the championship, and all he wants to do is end this year on a high note, go out and win races. That's his goal. He needs to drive hard like he did trying to get in the chase right now. Say, heck with it. Let's just get the wins. That's his #1 goal.
There's Casey Kane right in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Remember how well he ran at Bristol. He led the most laps there. This is a very similar track to Bristol, so look for this guy to be good.
Well, a lot of guys, Andy, call this racetrack the sister track of Bristol because they're both concrete. This is a lot bigger. And some of the guys actually label their cars concrete cars.
How about the fact that the sponsor on the 8 car will be jumping over to sponsor the 9 car next year?
Let's hope it doesn't swap over right there. They're getting pretty close coming off turn 4.
I'll tell you, Junior's got a good car right now. He's when you can stick to the bottom of the racetrack early in the run like this and stay there, that's what you got to do. Crash.
Heavy contact, a 70 car. You talk about how hard you can hit here at Dover. There's a prime example.
Oh, man, you heard him say he got dumped. He got hit in the back, evidently, or something happened there. Hate to see that for Johnny. He's had some good runs going on. I remember that great run he had at Richmond. Man, he was so good there. It was just unreal. And to end like this, tough deal.
They've had some really good races with this car.
Can't even drive it back there.
It's too bad for Johnny.
At his career best finish just a couple of weeks ago at Richmond. You talked about the night there under the lights on the 3/4 mile. Let's see what happens to Johnny's car, number 70. Talked about some contact from behind, and there it is.
Yeah, it looks like the 38 car, David Gillian, might have gotten the back of him. Johnny said he got contact, got hit. That was the car behind him. But, you know, that is such a tight corner. We saw all the problems yesterday in the Busch Series race coming off of turn 4. And we talked to Carl Edwards, our race reporter. He agreed. He said, that's the corner we got to watch.
And you see how this track just funnels down to that inside wall. You stand here, you got nowhere to go. You got to hit something, either the outside wall or the inside wall. We see here where Johnny hits the inside wall.
Andy, 9 degrees banking in his front straightaway in the back. So everything on this track is banked. So everything goes to the bottom.
He's able to get that lap back, and we come down for the green flag, and Denny Hamlin once again will lead him down, but here comes Matt Kenseth.
And you see these drivers getting everything they can with these fresh tires. Like we talked earlier, it's all Matt Kenseth settled down in there. These 4-sticker tires give you a lot of grip here at Dover.
Two guys are duking it out again. A little jump it there on Harvick.
Hamlin has led twice for 42 laps. Kenseth had made the pass and led for 13 laps prior to that pit stop, and Hamlin got the lead again with great pit work and also by having one of the pit stalls in the far end of pit road.
You got these two guys. You got two great race cars right here, and these guys are running for this championship. How hard are these guys going to run to try to lead the most laps? Are those points going to be that important to them if they're going to try to take some chances to get out front?
It's going to be very important, Andy. That's the reason you saw Kenseth really go for it. Try to get that car in front of Hamlin, because he knows if he gets out front, he can just go lead laps, and get all those bonus points. And that's what's on his mind right now.
Brad?
Yeah, Doc, I spoke with Robbie Reiser during qualifying and talked about their last quarter of the season with the 17 car. And he said they've just been really disappointed in all of their performances. They've not run as well as they think they should have. And they're going to run as hard as they possibly could today. He said you're going to see a different Matt Kenseth. Matt usually lays back in the weeds and then he comes on at the end of the day. But he said Matt's going to drive the wheels off his race car, and that's what he's done. Jamie?
Well, Brad, I talked to Robbie Reiser just before the start of the race, and he said, you know, Jamie, this has been the hardest year of my life as a crew chief. And, you know, he and Matt have worked together since Matt came into Cup in '99. They even worked together before that. But he said this has just been a tough year. Roush Fenway Racing has just been behind on their COT program. But things are starting to come around with the help of their 3 other teams who aren't in the chase. They've actually been doing some testing, helping the 99 and Matt Kenseth in the 17 out.
Matt Kenseth has not had a top 5 finish since Michigan. And you heard Brad already talking about the frustration that Robbie Reiser and the team, they are a better race team than that. And obviously Matt Kenseth has got something to prove here today. The 99 car, Carl Edwards, Concrete Carl we called him, he was on the move early on. Of course, the caution came out. And Carl, like the others, came down pit road, and there might have been some issues in the pits. Let's show you what happened as Carl was trying to exit pit road during that previous caution flag.
Okay, we had a good stop here. We're coming out. Go, go, go is what the crew chief's saying. And here it funnels down. You got John Andretti coming in there in the 49. He just had to check up.
Man, you talk about running out of time.
Come on now. Come on, babe.
And to make matters worse, he had to stop twice and let John Andretti run the front of him. I mean, that was double trouble, that one.
It's really important here that you play flawless here these final 10 races. In fact, we asked Carl Edwards about how important it was not to make a mistake in this chase.
The key in the chase is to not have those things happen. You can't have a wreck in the race. You can't have an engine blow, because I believe this chase, the depth of the field is such that it's going to be defined. The champion is going to be defined by, the guy who has the least bad luck.
And what happened on pit road was something that Carl Edwards feared coming into this race. We mentioned that one of his concerns was how congested pit road was, and obviously he had a little problem with Jeff Gordon in that last incident. Let's listen in.
I'm at 24 just stucking out there. We're too wide going by. They can just wait until we go by, and then they lose one spot instead of us losing freaking 4. Hey, I'm going to do a little preaching. I'm going to pray for that, but don't expect any results from that man, babe. It goes around, comes around. We'll just do our jobs, and hopefully he'll get what he deserves.
And as you can hear, the emotions have escalated behind the wheel of the 99, but Bob Osborne trying to be the calming influence, telling Carl to just be patient.
I was just talking to Bobby Hudson, the spotter up on top of the roof for Carl Edwards. That's the biggest advantage Carl has. He's got a very experienced spotter up on top of that roof, and they're telling him what, these moves right here, they're keeping him out of trouble on pit road, on the racetrack. All these guys are acting like champions out there.
There is no margin for error here, and the spotter can be a huge help. He can get you calmed down, or he can get you fired up, as we saw yesterday in the Busch race when the spotter says so-and-so did something. The driver gets really upset in the car.
Let's take a look at the 31 of Jeff Burton right now. He's kind of locked up behind David Gillian. His car looks like it's a little bit better, but his lap times are still way off. They got a lot of work to do in that car yet, just not waking up yet.
This is a shocker to me to see this 31 car not be at one of the top 5 cars, much less back here in like 35th spot.
Jeff Burton finished 18th a week ago, one lap down. We thought he would be better in New Hampshire, where he had won 4 times previously, and he's still struggling here today. Alan?
Well, Jeff Burton said before he came to pit road, we need big adjustments, not just a little bit. We really need big adjustments. So as crew chief Scott Miller's gone to work on the car, Jeff's principal complaint on the machine, rear grip. The back end of the car wants to spin out on him at several different spots on the racetrack. There have been some improvements on the car. He has passed people since the pit stop. He restarted 40th. He's at least up to 34th now.
So don't count Jeff Burton out. They're going to work on this car and try to get him there as long as he can stay on the lead lap and stay into contention. And speaking of getting into contention, how about getting into the lead once again? Here comes a 17, but Denny Hamlin says, nope, not on that corner. I'm going to roll right back by you here on lap 71.
This is definitely a different Matt Kenseth than we normally see. Just like Robbie Reiser said, he is going after it here early. He's being very aggressive and attacking this racetrack.
Well, he's running down the 11 car. Denny Hamlin. He's roughing him up pretty good there. Hasn't touched it yet, but he's definitely faster. Once he gets around, I expect that he's just going to set sail and start leading those laps and get those bonus points, because he's thinking championship right now, and that's what he's got to do.
Matt Kenseth, normally very poised, very composed, very sedate, sort of laid back and sort of takes his time. I wonder if someone just popped him in the face here before he got in the car. Matt is about as easy going as they come in the garage area, but he is fired up here in the early laps of this one. Jamie?
I think Matt Kenseth, guys, is out for redemption. If you remember back just a few months ago here in June, he dominated the race. He led the most laps. And then on lap 394, he ran out of fuel. Well, he's back. He's in the same car, guys. It's been rebuilt. And he's here to go to victory lane. Let's go to Dave.
Jamie, earlier upstairs as this battle continues, they were talking about how important it was to lead the most laps. Spotter Curtis Markham is encouraging the driver of the 11, Denny Hamlin, to take it easy. Denny radioed back, gotta lead laps. This driver knows as he lets Kenseth now get underneath him again, but here he comes back. He knows if he leads the most laps today, he gets 5 extra bonus points, and in this tight chase, that's important.
Crash here is Kyle Petty, guys, a former winner here in the 45 car. Kyle, who won the very first race on the concrete surface here back in 1995. He spins it around, and that will bring out
Take care
yellow.
of the motor. You're all right. You're okay.
Yellow for the 4th time today here on lap number 75.
Kyle pretty lucky not to tear the car up. That's hard to do, spin a car over there in turn 2 and not get damage from it.
Watch again the 21 of Schrader, middle of the track, and just that little touch there for Schrader and Kyle Petty.
And that was just absolutely a racing accident right there. Those two are some best of friends. So that one there was absolutely
that was not intended. That one might have strained the friendship just a little bit.
That could have.
Kenny definitely got into the back of Kyle Petty.
Kyle making his 51st career start here at Dover. One of his best racetracks. There's the contact, as you see.
Keep coming, all clear. Caution's out, caution's out.
You can see what Jeff Burton saw as he sailed by on the bottom of the track.
Okay, my question right now is, I believe that Kyle Petty's a lucky dog now. I think he might be able to go right back around and get back on the lead lap. 21 just got the lucky dog. We've been informed it looked like Schrader came out behind Kyle came out behind the leaders and maybe get right past there.
21 car, Kenny Schrader. By the way, next week at Kansas City, Bill Elliott will be back in the 21 car, and John Wood, the youngster, the young 3rd generation Wood member of the Wood brothers family, will be in the 47 car, which of course will be the 2nd Cup car that they will run at Kansas City. And next year, by the way, it'll be John Wood and Bill Elliott and Marcus Ambrose, who will be the NASCAR Busch Series rookie, who will be driving that car sort of in a shared estate throughout 2008.
I want to let Kenny Schrader off the hook just a little bit. As he came down pit road, I saw he had a flat left front tire. That's probably what happened. Probably had that tire go down and got into Kyle Petty.
Pit stops. Here come the leaders down pit road, Mike.
And Carl Edwards rolls in 7th. A lot of debate on the radio whether to go with 4 tires or 2, and they've elected to go with 2 just right side tires for the 99 car. That was the call as they now roll off pit road and they pick up some track position. Alan?
Kyle Busch continuing his march to the front, starting 22nd, running 4th at the caution, 4 tires. They will give up some track position here to people getting 2 tires. Jamie?
Matt Kenseth came over the radio and said, I'm just cruising around, guys, just kind of waiting for him. He came in, they're going to make a track bar adjustment and air pressure on Matt Kenseth. 4 tires, he's down and away. Dave?
11 car, Denny Hamlin, track bar adjustment, 4 tire change.
At Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile, race number 2 in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup. And here are the results from our Crew Chief Challenge, which Hendrick Motorsports driver has the best chance to win today. And the fans say, Jimmy Johnson. What do you think, Brad?
Well, I think it's a good pick. I don't think you can go wrong with D or B. You can probably throw ASC in there as well, but D and B are obviously great picks.
Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon sitting atop of the point standings right now. And on the outside of the chase, looking in, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has run really solid today. He started 21st, moved up to 7th, currently in 4th, but he's run as well as 2nd. But there has been some frustrations for Dale Jr. today.
Third place car with these 2 adjustments. Now we ain't nothing. I'm busting my out here for y'all to stay in the top 5. Y'all make me work too hard. 10-4. Sorry about that. Keep going.
Dale Jr. stealing some thunder from the chase this week with the big announcement, worst kept secret in NASCAR, that he was going to make the move next season to the number 88. His 2 primary sponsors will be Mountain Dew, Amp Energy, and National Guard.
Well, you know, and obviously he's got a great race car today, Susie. He's got a top 5 car, and he's driving it really hard. And I like the response from Tony Eury Jr. He said 10-4. Keep on pedaling that sled. You're doing a great job. So it looks like he's going to be a contender today. Big announcements this week. Obviously, we're looking forward to next season and the whole, like I say, a whole fresh new start for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
But Dale Jr. still wants to finish out this season strong. A lot of respect for Budweiser, the 8-car, DEI, and of course for his fans.
Absolutely. Anytime you strap into one of these things, you have the opportunity to go racing, you want to race.
the announcement had even officially been made, about 200,000 T-shirts were sold. But out of respect to Budweiser, that AMP Energy, National Guard, those items won't be available at the track until next season.
Yeah, and obviously number 88, his late grandpa, the great Ralph Earnhardt, drove that numbered car back in 1957.
Yeah, but back in the chase today, Kevin Harvick driving that number 29 car. He came into the chase in the 10th spot. Really been kind of an up and down season for him. Right now, we're looking at the 48.
Troubles for Jimmy Johnson, our reigning champion and co-points leader, has had some contact with a concrete wall. He's in trouble.
Well, the back of the car wouldn't want to rattle out. Looks like maybe a right rear flat on that car. Not for sure yet. Yeah, it looks like the tire's down, Andy, coming at you.
It's got a definite problem here, and it looks like it may be that right rear tire.
Yeah, definitely flat. Definitely flat right rear. Kept it out of the wall, held on to it, so he's going to lose a lap or two with this problem right now.
On the inner liner, though.
Did a great job to keep the car out of the wall. We've already seen Kevin Harvick come down pit road with a tire issue, and he lost 2 laps. Here is the reigning champ on pit road, Dave.
And they work on what to do in these situations. They've already got the car up off the right rear, and that flat tire coming off. Now going around the left side. They see him make a chassis adjustment as well. Jimmy wasn't real happy with his race car anyway. Crew Chief Chad Canals calling him to get into a rhythm. He immediately started doing that, but that's when the troubles ensued, and he had trouble with that right rear tire. Jamie?
Well, right now, that was a huge loss for the 48 of Jimmy Johnson and the 29 of Kevin Harvick. Looks like both these drivers can go 2 laps down. And guys being 2 laps down, man, that's going to be hard to get back.
The reason you lose so much ground here at Dover is the pit road speed is 35 miles an hour, and that just takes forever to go down pit road at that speed.
And while the 48 was coming down pit road, you could see a moment ago on the left side of your screen, we showed you Tony Stewart going a lap down. So now we've got 3 chasers that have had some issues. Stewart is a lap down. Jimmy Johnson is 2 laps down in the 48 car, being shown back in 37th position, and Kevin Harvick is 2 laps down in the 34th position.
You never count out Jimmy Johnson and Chad Canals, but this is a huge blow to them, and at this point in the race, to be that far down and trying to fight for these laps back are not going to be easy.
It really is, because right now, Jimmy Johnson's all the way down the 9th in the point standings if it ended right now. But the guy not having much problem at all is Clint Boyer in that 07 car right behind Jimmy Johnson. I mean, this guy's all the way up to 7th place right now, and he started dead last.
Got a great car, and he's just kept himself in good shape, out of trouble.
Man, I'll tell you, the tire changer for Kevin Harvick, the left rear has got to be feeling terrible. And just bad luck for Jimmy Johnson also with that right rear flat. 2 big upsets just then.
That's bad luck on the 48 car to get a flat tire, but leaving a wheel loose is really not bad luck. That's something you can control. And so, you know, these 2 guys having a couple different problems.
Remember, this chase to the championship is a 10-race chase. You can actually have 1 bad finish and still be okay. In fact, the last 3 years, the champions have all had their issues. Remember, last year, Jimmy Johnson finished 39th and had his issue. Tony Stewart finished 25th and still won the title, and Kurt Busch finished 42nd and still won the championship. Welcome back to Dover, Delaware, the Monster Mile, the 1-mile concrete oval. NASCAR Nextel Cup Series, stop number 2 in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup. Now, here's how the top 12 stand right now. Matt Kenseth would currently be our points leader. He currently being shown first. Clint Boyer all the way from 42nd starting spot to be shown in 7th spot. And take a look down the line. Now, just a moment ago, Jeff Burton went a lap down. He's back in 11th. Kevin Harvick 2 laps down with a tire issue. Jimmy Johnson also a couple of laps down, back being shown in 30th position. Those 2 cars, so 4 of our 8 chasers are now no longer on the lead lap because this guy, the 17 car, is on fire.
Now, the Monster Mile is just eating these guys up. These guys just cannot seem to get the handling right, but the only guy getting it really good right now is Matt Kenseth. That car is stuck to the ground good.
When you're out there driving like Matt Kenseth leading the race, and you see Jimmy Johnson having a problem, do you just want to try to bury him right here as a driver?
Oh, you want to bury him right now, Andy. You're feeling really good about it, but you're kind of, okay, I got him down. Now I don't need to make any mistakes. I don't want to screw up and get myself in that same position. That's what you're thinking.
Told you a moment ago, the 31 car of Jeff Burton being shown in 19th position. He is now 1 lap down, having been passed by his former teammate, Matt Kenseth. Now, Jeff Burton and this team, well, trouble on the racetrack as we're getting ready to talk about Burton's issues with the car of tomorrow, and we have an issue here with the 45 car of Kyle Petty.
The 11 just freaking ran all over you.
See a little bit of damage right now in the right front fender of the 11. Now he's really got that thing in the wall. Going to have to work on it hard.
Here's another chaser with some problems. This car's been struggling a little bit. He was great the first part of the race. He was leading the most laps. Him and Matt Kenseth were going toe-to-toe. Then seemed like they're about after the second pit stop, they just struggled a lot.
Yeah, they have been struggling a little bit. Mike Ford's trying to calm them down right now as crew chief. Say don't get too aggressive, but
they got some damage on the right side.
And the left side.
There's the damage to the Dodge of Kyle Petty, the former winner here.
Definitely looks like Kyle Petty got the worst of this.
There's the contact.
Oh, man. Looks like he just got right into the back of Kyle Petty.
Just got real aggressive behind Kyle Petty. Got right up on his back of his car, lifted him up, got him loose. And just pretty doggone aggressive. Let's watch onboard from Clint Boyer's car. Yeah, he just hits Kyle coming off the corner.
Come on.
Looks like Clint got some damage there too, maybe.
You know, guys, it just looks like, I know there's a lot of tension there.
Pit stops are the order of the day here under caution number 6. Let's head down to Mike Massaro.
And Clint Boyer real fired up on the radio. He got a piece of that, a little bit of damage to the right front fender. They're going to go to work there, try to pull that out away from the tire. Clint unhappy, completely unhappy. Thinks that might have really ruined their day. They're still working on the right front tire. Let's go to Jamie.
And Matt Kenseth, remember, he's having that alternator problem. He's talking to his crew on the radio. He said, guys, I know this sounds stupid, but be as quick as you can, because the longer I'm in the pits, the better chance of overheating. All of his brake blowers are off. He's trying to conserve that power. Let's go to Dave.
Kurt Busch's car heads down pit road, having made a 4-tire change, air pressure and track bar adjustment. It starts out a little too loose, goes tight. Those are the adjustments, maybe just to give him something else to work with. Gave up second position to come on pit road.
Race off of pit road. Ryan Newman gaining 3 spots. A lot of gainers. Juan Pablo Montoya now showing up in the top 10.
And the splitter held up.
Our leader, Matt Kenseth, also atop the point standings in the chase as he will lead him down with Kurt Busch and Greg Biffle right behind. Twice for 127 laps. We have 189 to go here at the Monster Mile. Kenseth pulls out. 5 to 6 car lengths. Kyle Busch on the move. Back in the pack, Ryan Newman as well.
Kurt Busch has just had a solid car throughout the day. He's had a little bit of problem over there in New Hampshire last weekend with the carburetor linkage, but today that car has been pretty flawless. His lap times have been almost comparable to Matt Kenseth, and he's having the day he needs to have. He can't use any more mulligans, can't have any problem like that. And the car, Pat Tryson-led number 2 car, is on its game today, guys.
These two guys are really on their game, but Tony Stewart, he's a lap down. He's actually probably the one that can maybe get his lap back of these guys that are down a lap. You've got Johnson and Harvick that are both 2 laps down, so they'll have to fight their way to at least get one back.
We might mention that Jeff Burton fans, Jeff Burton he got the free pass on that last caution flag to get back on the last lap. Whoa, and some an argument, frustration in the garage. Kyle Petty over there with Denny Hamlin, and the crews are separating them down there. You saw there was a lot of frustration when they had contact, and the NASCAR officials jumped in between them. Dave.
And Kyle Petty did come over to the window of the 11 car. Denny was still in the cockpit, and after Kyle had some heated words with Denny, as if to say, well, if you want to go, Denny went ahead and hopped out of the race car. The teams, as you say, separated them, and now they walk away. But obvious frustrations down here in the garage area.
Here's what happened a moment ago, and this is the onboard camera. Here's Kyle Petty coming over to talk to Denny Hamlin about what happened on the racetrack. He wants to talk to him so Denny can hear it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle's very, very mad. He feels like he got roughed up by Denny out there. Kyle's had a tough year this year. He's making a point, but you never reach in there and slam some guy's helmet. Denny's going for the championship. He's very frustrated right now.
And NASCAR official is trying to keep Kyle away and try to calm down and intervene there. And finally, Denny says, okay, I'm coming out.
I think he's just had enough of it now. He's just going to come out and try to take care of business.
He's out of the car now while the repairs continue to his 11 car. By the way, Denny Hamlin had led twice for 61 laps. He had one of the best cars here early on in the afternoon, and now he's frustrated as well in the garage area as the repairs continue.
You can understand the frustration from Kyle Petty, though. It felt like he got dumped.
Yeah, but one thing you need to think about Denny Hamlin, too, guys. He's sick. He feels horrible in the car. You know, he's been taking all the IVs, been trying to get his best shape he can, so he's probably physically not the best he could be.
And he certainly had the most to lose in that situation by being one of the chase contenders.
Hamlin now being shown last. He is 12th in the chase points here. He came in 9th after the first race at New Hampshire on the basis of that 15th place finish. 218 laps in. The Monster Mile will chew you up. It will fire you up. It will produce incredible frustrations inside and outside of the car. On the restart.
Clear by 2 on Carl. It's all yours. It's open. Yours. Go back. Go back. Go low right here. Go low. Looks good now. Looks good. Clear by 5. Clear by 5. Still there. Clear. Pull back.
They were 3 wide entering turn 3 with Dale Earnhardt Jr. The meat in that sandwich. Kurt Busch was there, and they all managed to get by without any contact.
Well, we thought right before the caution flag that Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman were in good shape. Newman got the lucky dog. Kurt Busch did not. So he's racing with Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to get it. And right now he passed him. A crazy move. 3 wide. Paid off for Busch so far.
Here comes Carl Edwards taking the lead.
Carl Edwards goes sailing beneath the 17 car. Remember, these are teammates for Roush Fenway Racing, and Edwards retakes the lead.
Something going on with the 17 car, Jamie?
Guys, Matt Kenseth just came over the radio, said we're blowing up. They said, guys, switch your battery, switch your battery. He said we're blowing up, but we have a crash on the track, guys.
Heavy contact with Tony Raines, the 96 car. Brings out the 9th caution flag, and boy, they've just taken part of the rear panel of 49 of John Andretti also involved.
Just about the time you thought this race was starting to shape up, everything goes crazy again.
The cautions breed caution.
They do, and I don't believe it's over yet, guys. Now everybody's going to get aggressive and try to get some stuff done, but this is good for Kurt Busch. He's going to get that lap back right now. Now both Penske cars are back in the lead lap.
Caution number 9. Let's show you again. Running along with Tony Raines. Here comes the 49 under him, and there's contact there.
Looks like the 49 car got just a little bit loose.
49 just put him in the wall.
Yeah, and he just got up into the side of the 96 car. All these other guys get caught up in it.
Second time in 2 days, Tony Raines has been somewhat of a victim. He was a victim in the NASCAR Busch race yesterday with contact there and had almost a head-on collision with Kent Leclerc. Here's the latest contact in the NASCAR Nextel Cup event today. 36 laps to go. Carl Edwards had gone by the 17 car, and now the 17 will indeed come on the pit road. Jamie was getting ready to give us an update on what was happening with Matt Kenseth, and now he's coming down toward you. Jamie?
Well, Doc, Matt Kenseth said that he's running on 7 cylinders right now, and he's hot. He's about 250 degrees right now, so they were going back and forth. Should we come down and risk losing a lap? Well, they decided they were going to come in. They're going to pop that hood up. They're going to check it out, see what they have. Obviously, chase contender here. We saw him battling. He's been running up front the entire race. This could be a very critical moment for Matt Kenseth and the chase standing. So they're going to see what they have, see if they can salvage something. You know, Robbie Reiser, his crew chief, reminded him there's only, 5 cars on the lead lap, so we need to stick it out. We need to see what we can do. Even if we're down on cylinders, we need to stay out and salvage as many points as possible. So not good right now the way this day is turning out for Matt Kenseth. They're looking at that smoke coming out as well. Matt Kenseth, they checked it out, and he's down and away. See if he can finish this race up, guys.
Yeah, back on lap 147 is when the alternator problems began with the battery there. And they have made it almost 250 laps. And now there is John Andretti, who's gotten out of the car and talking to the safety crew. Good to see John standing and talking to the crew there. They're going to help him get across once the traffic clears. Again, replays of what happened. There's the contact.
At 49, just put him in the wall.
Let's check out our All-State Good Hands move of the race on behalf of the number 55. Watch Michael Waltrip somehow get his Toyota through this mess.
Say what you got. Say what you got. Come on through now. Come on. Caution's out.
On behalf of Michael Waltrip, All-State will donate $1,000 to the Urban Youth Racing School. Because of this caution flag, we will take a commercial break and come back to Dover, Delaware. 34 laps to go.
Is hungry, man. He wants it bad.
Carl Edwards has never won at Dover, Delaware in a NASCAR Nextel Cup car. The guy behind him, Mark Martin, a 4-time winner. They're going to shoot it out here in the final 27 laps as we go back to green.
Edwards gets a great jump into one.
And that's really key. With 28 laps to go, he needs to get that clean air and get out of there. Mark Martin's hung at the back right now behind Kyle Busch.
Had a little contact with Kyle Busch.
Going out the back here now. Inside. Just stay up there. Just stay up there. Got a bunch of cars that come by. Just roll it down up there. They will run up there.
That will indeed bring out the caution flag. And Robbie Reiser, you heard what he said to Jamie. You know, we just got to hope that everything works out, and it didn't happen at all.
Well, this thing absolutely dropped the valve right now in the engine. Robbie Reiser called it right. He said they generally don't last, but sometimes they do. It broke a valve and went down through the piston evidently, and that is a catastrophic failure right there.
That'll do it for him.
Let's go green flag racing for 17 more laps here. Make it 16 laps at the Monster Mile.
Mark Martin, see if he can change that stat.
And this time he clears the lap car, Casey Mears. He's zeroing in on the back of the 99 of Carl Edwards. Edwards is so fast in these restarts, guys.
This is the best shot Mark Martin's had. He doesn't have anybody on his rear bumper to loosen him up.
Got that clean air, and that's downforce, and that's speed.
Carl Edwards, the king of the concrete, and behind him, one of the all-time best at Dover. Mark Martin up on that steering wheel, trying to reel in Edwards. Whoa! Off the wall, the two-car burst. Busch, and his teammate comes across.
Oh, man, that was 2 for 1. Both Penske cars taken out in that one. A melee.
Jimmy Johnson also gets tagged, the reigning series champion. Jeff Green, the 66 cars in it. J.J. Yaley.
Something broke on the car, man. It shot straight into the fence.
That's Dover's version of the big one right there.
Oh, look at Martin Truex. He had a great shot to have a good top 5 today. Comes to an end.
Johnson's got some damage.
Jimmy Johnson, but the car tomorrow is so tough. Andy, it looks like they can fix the 48 car and get it back out there. But these two cars, another story.
Heavy damage on Kurt Busch. You saw his car just get sideways and go right up into the wall. Coming out of turn 4, here's the 9 car, Casey Kane, coming down pit road.
Just nowhere to go at this racetrack when there's trouble in front of him.
Bobby Labonte, former winner here. Red flag being displayed. They will stop the cars over in turn 2. Let's show you what happened here a moment ago. Now watch the 2-car left side of his screen up off the wall.
Looks like
he had a flat tire or something. He had something broke or a flat tire.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the tire was flat in or if he just got it so high out of the groove and the car wouldn't turn. He got up in it again. I mean, only Kurt would know. But boy, when he hit that wall, bounced across, it just really took out everybody.
66 Jeff Green, Casey Kane. There's the 18 car again from high above. Watch the contact there. Newman goes up down and gets the inside wall. Kane has nowhere to go. Right in front of him is the 2 car. The 5 car, Kyle Busch bouncing off a couple.
It's like Tony Stewart just avoids these guys. I think he got a little bit of contact, maybe some damage.
Jeff Green onboard camera.
All right, check up. Come on the bottom here. Come on, right where you're at. Come on, right.
And you just can't see with all that smoke. Jeff did the best job he could, but just cleared 3 or 4 of them, and just about the time the smoke cleared, he was into it.
Clint Boyer on board.
Come on, everybody, come down low. Straight through. Come on, baby. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And now that's the way to do it right there. He just saw that one coming at him. He stabbed that throttle and sped back up and barely missed him.
Edward Angle of this crash. Kurt Busch over. There's Newman's car coming across. A ricochet. Truex in it. Casey Kane in it. Jimmy Johnson with contact. Jeff Green, the 10 of Riggs. 41 of Riggs Sorensen. On board with Casey Kane. He's going to have Kurt Busch come right across in front of him. There. Boom!
Hello.
You've raced all day long. You've cleared all the wrecks, and with 14 to go, you're in it. That's a heartbreaker.
Casey Kane trying to thread the needle, had nowhere to go because Kurt Busch's car just abruptly slid right across in front of him, and Casey had cars to his outside. It'll be 4 laps to go when they cross the stripe right there for the restart. Edwards, Martin, Biffle, Earnhardt Jr. Here goes Biffle on the high side of Mark Martin.
And Biffle made that move work on Dale Earnhardt Jr. the last restart, and it worked this time for him.
He did strike like a rattlesnake. His car is great right here.
He didn't think about nothing. He just went for it. And take a look at Dale Jr. and Mark Martin right now doing the same thing, but on the bottom side of the track.
3 laps to go, 4 back. Don't overdrive it, you're good.
Greg Biffle's a hungry race car driver right now.
Biffle's last victory was the season finale at Homestead a year ago. Earnhardt Jr. with 4 fresh tires trying to get beneath the 01 car of Mark Martin.
That last time by, though, Carl Edwards was faster than Greg Biffle, even though Edwards has got older tires. Looking at it, putting some distance on him right now. The rear end of the 16 car hung out, going for it.
And these guys are driving hard.
2 laps to go.
Carl Edwards trying to hang on. He has never won at Dover, Delaware. This is his 7th trip to the Monster Mile. And what a monster this racetrack has been today. Smoke billowing from beneath the 1 car right in front of the leaders as they come by. Less than a mile to go for Carl Edwards. Trying to take over the lead in the chase for the Nextel Cup. Trying to become the first driver to lead the NASCAR Busch and the NASCAR Nextel Cup point standings. 2 turns away from victory at the Monster Mile. And here he comes down. Carl Edwards picks up win number 3 in 2007.
Fast as you drive these race cars the way you do, brother. Woo! Woo! That's right. That is right. That was awesome, guys. That was awesome. That was awesome. Great race for Greg, too.
Great effort by those guys. They run up pit road. Carl Edwards, another win on concrete. And how about that great advice from Rusty Wallace? He asked you, do you take tires or don't you?
Oh, man, I tell you, if Biffle would have beat him, they'd have probably blamed that on me. So.
Aren't you glad it worked out?
I'm glad it worked out. I'm staying out of this one.
And once again on concrete, it's all about the concrete kid. Carl Edwards in victory lane.
And he's solid as a rock, Doc, in victory lane. And with the win, you move within 3 points of the point lead with just 8 races remaining in the chase. How do you look at things right now, championship-wise?
Well, we just got to keep running like we're running. Just got to say thanks to Office Depot and all the guys to fight back. We had something wrong with the throttle pedal early in the race, and man, I'm excited to go to Kansas. Now, that's going to be great. So I got to thank Coca-Cola and Scott's and World Financial Group, Dish Network, Office Depot, Discount Tire, everybody, all my friends and family back at home. But it's a big win. A lot of guys had bad luck today. It's a huge points day.
It looked like you might have had some bad luck early on with the throttle linkage. What were you thinking when all that went wrong?
I was real nervous. This is not a good place to have your throttle stick. So it was just real, the throttle would stick. So I was having to pull it back up off the floor. But just glad to have Bob Osborne as a crew chief. He gets the Smart Guy of the Race award. He's a genius.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.